Now, let's discuss a crucial issue that impacts our daily lives: environmental sanitation. This is an issue that affects every street, every home, and every community. We've had monthly cleanup initiatives for years, aiming to improve public health and cleanliness. But are these efforts still effective? Have they become routine without real impact? Is it now a mere formality? Have we seen real change, or is it the time to rethink our approach on environmental hygiene? How can we make a lasting difference in our communities? Well, you can join this conversation by calling our numbers displayed on your screen. You can also send WhatsApp messages. Let's hear your thought. What do you think about it? Remember, your opinion are very valuable to us. Call the number on your screen. So what do you think about that, Hauwa? Environmental sanitation. I remember when we were kids, even in schools, we go out. I think it's the last Saturday.
Yes,
I don't even think
month.
that it's
Yeah,
the last
every
Saturday,
last
of, the
Saturday
month.
of the month.
We come out. We go plant trees for fresh air, like so that we can inhale clean air. We clean the gutters and the drainages. You know, we have a call. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning. We still have
I
our
think we lost
caller?
that caller. So what
I
do you think
believe
about
we
it?
lost our caller. Make sure you call us back so that we can hear
morning.
your opinion.
Okay, he's here.
Our caller is
This is
here.
Evangelist Oluogunaike, calling from Jebo, Ogun State.
Evangelist, good morning. What's your take on this
Yes.
topic?
Yes, very good topic. I've been trying your stations long ago, but the NEPA officials there will not allow me to listen because most of the time they don't bring light, but we have light today. So I miss the
Evangelist,
absence of the.
Okay, you can stream live on YouTube in case you do not have light. We are live on YouTube.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
So go ahead.
You see, environmental sanitation is very, very key and important in the development of this country because as they say it's West. I could remember vividly in 1984 during the military era headed by General Muhammadu Buhari. Tunde Idiagbon was actually the one ruling, indirectly. He enforced that environmental sanitation. Nobody dare come out on Saturday. For where? If you are caught, the person will go into trouble. We see hair at that time. And at that time, you dare not throw anything into the gutter or on the road. If you are arrested, you are in for serious trouble. Why is it now that we have relaxed? The government is not doing anything this time around. In Nigeria, anything good. You see a lot of problems with environmental pollution that we are. Is because people just throw things into the drainage, that the government has spent money on to give us drainage and roads. And when those dirty things are put into the drainage, drop there, or the water will not be able to flow properly. Then it will flow onto the newly rehabilitated or constructed road, and people will be saying, there is disease, there is cholera, dysentery, and what have you. Governments have their own part to play. We citizens, we have their own part to play. So it is high time the government, came back to that environmental sanitation in every state. The governor should implement it and make punishment to the offenders. Godliness, cleanliness is meant to godliness. We need proper hygiene to survive. If there are good roads, if there are everything good standard of living, without good health, we are just having a daydream. I pray that God will bring that old glory into our country, whereby we enjoy good lives of cleanliness and environmental sanitation. When you just throw things anyhow, some people are even burning something. Smoke will cover everywhere. That is the depletion of the ozone layer. All these things must be stopped with immediate effect. Thank you, and have a wonderful blessed Evangelist Oluogunaike, calling from Jebo, Ogun State. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for your contribution.
It's such a very insightful take of yours.
Absolutely. And there are different aspects when it comes to sanitation, environmental sanitation. When it comes to the end of the month, it used to be people would stay in their houses, clean and all of that. I have to say that when it comes to refuse disposal, or should I say improper refuse disposal, Nigerians, we are at the forefront. We do not make sure our environment is clean. We do not make sure that we do things accordingly, because at the end of the day, I believe when you're doing an environmental sanitation, it should involve everybody. Everybody should come out, clean the city, and get involved as well.
That's true. We have another call, I think. Yes,
we have another caller online. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining us. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Abasekon.
Good morning, Abasekon.
Maryam, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abasekon.
Yeah. Today's topic is a very welcome one. It's very good. If we're talking about environmental sanitation, how effective is it?
All right. Can you move closer to your phone so that we can hear you clearly?
All right. Yeah, talking about environmental sanitation.
Yes.
How effective is it?
Yes, go ahead.
It's not effective. It's not effective. Why I said it's not effective? I do vividly remember when Major General Tunde Idiagbo was on board.
Yes.
When he was when he was on board as the chief of I've forgotten. So this period when he was in power, the environmental sanitation was at its peak. No movement of motors, no movement of legs, no movement of bicycle and motorcycle. It was very effective. You can't see anybody. You will tidy your environment. And that time the best state was given an award and was given cash prize. These days, anything they talk about effectiveness is not effective. Until we start doing the right thing, we go back to the drawing board where we have failed, where we have missed it. We will not get it right. That was a man who never laughed. I worked with him briefly. He doesn't laugh. Tunde Idiagbo. He was a real soldier. Now you see soldier men, you will be talking with them, they will be smiling, laughing. That was a man that will never laugh, and he was very effective. Even in his grave, I respect him. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Trust TV. God bless you presenter this morning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obasekon. And that's true. You know, sanitation, environmental sanitation has been like around since the colonial era, but General Buhari in his military regime, and I think in 1984 was one that like brought the end of the month, every Saturday end of the month, and then it was highly practiced. And you know, you cannot even compare it with these days, because then everywhere was neat, and it even enhances like a relationship, personal relationship between neighbors. The whole community comes out to clean, to do this and that, to like plant trees. Growing up, I knew there was a time, I wasn't that, you know, but I knew there was a time that we do this. You cannot go out of anywhere, no markets, nothing. I think until 12 at noon, when everywhere is tidied, everywhere is clean, before people start coming out to their daily day-to-day activities. But you don't see that now. Fatima, somewhere, everywhere now, there are some areas when you're passing in Abuja, it smells.
Yeah.
You know, because of lack of
this. Yes. Well, I believe that with this kind of situation, since we do not have a strong, entity that makes sure that everywhere is clean, spick and span, the community has to join in, has to put hands together. And to be honest, having an environmental sanitation day where it is a point where everyone has to stay indoors, I believe it doesn't necessarily really serve. If people are more involved when it's environmental sanitation day, which is the end of the month, people come out together as a community, make sure their environment is clean, everything is put together, the gutters are cleaned, you know, the refuse is disposed properly, the streets are swept, you know, all the trash is put together and disposed properly. I believe that in itself will help in making sure that the environment is clean, as well as instilling those morals in the younger ones as well.
Yeah, I think we have a call right now.
Absolutely.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Maryam.
Yes,
Good morning.
Shetima. Thank you for calling us. How is Midway this morning?
Alhamdulillah, Daybreak is fine.
All right. What is your take on this issue?
I have issue with MTN. This is my glow line.
All right.
Okay. Please, what's your take on this topic, environmental sanitation, whether it's effective or not?
Sanitation, I want to exercise still effective. Well, here in Maiduguri, we are still observing environmental sanitation.
Oh, wow.
At the end of every Saturday of the month, fourth Saturday of the month. You see, I was surprised. Why did I say so? I know our fathers and forefathers, particularly my own father. I know how he was serious about sanitizing our area, not only his house, but even the environment of his neighbors. He used to sweep it up and you know, pack all the rubbish and pay his money to take them away. But I was surprised nowadays. It was when government compel us to sanitize our own environment before we do it. It is surprising, honestly speaking. How can a human being, you can see your environment was dirty, you cannot sanitize it. This is I think it is not a good behavior. It's too bad. It's too bad, honestly speaking. We have to take it as a task. Every morning, every day, we sanitize our environment. Because by sanitizing your environment, you are creating your environment to be more friendly to you. And also, moreover, to do away with all these kind of illnesses. If you keep on sanitizing your environment, you can see you will be free from mosquitoes and other things. You know, sanitation is very fundamental. Even our religion have asked us to be sanitizing our environment, to make sure that we have wearing a very clean cloth, blah blah blah. It is not only government that will compel you to do what is supposed to do, to do what is what is right. We're supposed to think as a human being. We should forget about what government is asking us to do. This sanitation is mandatory. It's mandatory by doing it every day, not a monthly exercise. We should be doing it, every day, so that our environment will be friendly. And I want to use this opportunity to talk to the management of your television. We have four audio here in Maiduguri. No audio. We have only video. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. That's my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shatima. I'm sure the management heard what you said, and
Absolutely.
It's going to be reviewed and checked, inshallah. So, Hauwa, in a country that we have lots of airborne and waterborne diseases, I think I agreed with Mr. Shatima. I think that was why it was introduced because to decrease or maybe to eliminate airborne and water diseases that are very eminent in our society. What do you think?
Absolutely. Well, when it comes to issues that concerns Nigeria, I have noticed that there are lots of reminiscence when it comes to what used to happen, especially the health sector, education sector, environment now. Everyone is saying this is how it used to be at that time. And I believe I can remember my mom told me that even in villages, there are health inspectors that go house by house to check if your house is clean, your water is clean, your environment is clean, and the situation where the way you store your food as well. But then at the end of the day, what we have now, so as we said, some states still conduct those, like Kano State, they still conduct environmental sanitation days, which falls on the last Saturday of the month.
So to say, today is the Environment Sanitation Day. We are supposed to be observing it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But remember, the topic is environmental sanitation. Our monthly exercise still effective. Make sure you call us on the numbers displayed on your screen, or send us a WhatsApp message so that we can hear your thoughts and read it out as well. We really appreciate your engagement. And when it comes to sanitation, it is very, very important, because if you do not keep your environment clean, it is very, very possible for you inadvertently to get sick, and that will be very detrimental to your health.
Yeah, that's true. I bet maybe there are WhatsApp messages.
All right, but then at the end of the day, when you look at environmental sanitation, having the fact that nobody really cares about the environment as they're supposed to, because at the end of the day, we are all living in this environment. We have to conduct business. We have to, do the needful
Yes,
in and around.
I think it's not that effective in Abuja, especially the city center, because we've got people doing these works for us, cleaning, doing this and that, people cutting the grass, I think they're under the Ministry of Environment. So I think that's, but in states that these people do not work like the way they do in the capital city, they really need a great deal. And just like Mr. Shatima said, it shouldn't be something we do every last Saturday of the month. It should be something we do almost all the time. Now, I have seen it personally. When rain is falling, we're in the rainy season, right, Hauwa? So when rain falls, people take their baggage outside, they just come literally throw it inside a gutter. I think we have a call now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Maryam from Yola.
Okay, Mr. Ibrahim, what's your take on this topic?
Is that?
What's your take? What do you have to say about environmental sanitation, whether it's effective or not?
The issue with that is this: how many of our children have been taught sanitation in the schools? How
Go
many
ahead.
of us are teaching our children how to do sanitation every day? None. Even within the homes, how many parents really force their children to learn how to sweep, how to make their bed, how to mop, how to clean the house, and how to burn the waste? We don't. So this monthly issue is just, for me, just a kind of window dressing. That discipline has to come within us, from us. If all of us are cleaning our environments every day, we don't have a need for this end of month show. We say we are doing monthly environmental sanitation, and yet people are going to the market. People are sitting on the roads, going to the markets, village markets. So what I was saying, let's teach our children right from home. Let them know how to control waste and how to deal with waste. Until we do that, let's forget it. With this, I've started since Babangida. Since Babangida's tenure, this center was still there. What has happened to today? Nothing. We're still dealing with the same issue. So the problem is us, not the idea. It has to start from schools. In fact, how many of our children do clean their classrooms today? How many of our children do that? Those of us who went to school in the 80s know that we are responsible for cleaning our classrooms and our environment in the school. So we should just be serious and just make sure that we teach our children right from home and in the school. But for us to just say money sanitation, it's just a waste. We're just wasting our time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that take of yours. You know, you talked about reminiscence, you know, and I remember when you was talking about cleaning classrooms. I
Yes.
remember when we divide the class into three and get a roster for each group cleans the class each day, you know, and the whole school is divided into like what do you call it, houses, and they give you a part to clean.
And that actually teaches responsibility
That's
for
true.
children. At the end of the day, when they grow up, they would still continue with that and still keep their environment clean.
Yeah.
So I believe we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. All right, make sure you call us back so that we can hear your thoughts on this issue. So continuing with that would be much easier for them to carry on and then to trickle down to their children. But then at the end of the day, with these days that we live in, most children do not have that mentality of cleaning their environment, being responsible for their environment, because they were not taught at an early age. They were not given that responsibility of making sure that the environment is clean as well. And I believe when it comes to environmental sanitation, everybody needs to be involved.
Of course.
It shouldn't just be, okay, it's the end of the month, environmental sanitation, and everyone stays in their house. As I said earlier, let it be something of a community, and there should be penalty for people that do not, adhere to that. You could participate, but then at the end of the day, when you flaunt the order of not going out of your community and, you know, conducting every other business before the designated hour that you're supposed to conduct your business, there should be penalties. Maybe where you are seen, you should be stopped and join them in cleaning as well, except it is an emergency at the end of the day.
Yeah,
what do you think about that?
Like a caller said earlier, that in the Buhari regime, military regime, you must stay indoors for some time before going out. I think there were penalties then when you go out. Maybe the authorities pick you up or something like that. I think if that has been reintroduced again, we will have lots of responsible citizens as Nigerians. And I think sanitation, environmental sanitation, has lots of benefits aside protecting ourselves from water and airborne diseases. It makes us responsible, like you said, and it fosters good relationship between communities. Like I told you, growing up, we come together as a community and clean the big drainages, discuss, laugh. Some people bring food, you know, after cleaning you sit and eat. It was a very good memories, you know. So if there's is reintroduced, though Shatima and some states says, like you said in Kano, they still observe it. So I think it's because we do not talk about it. It's no longer as important. We don't place importance like we placed it before. Good morning, sir. We have another caller. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Matthew from Yandeboko, Benue State.
All right. Good morning, Matthew. What is your take on this issue?
Thank you so much. What I want you to know with on free-to-air decoder, there is no audio. Please, you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, go ahead.
Free-to-air decoder, there is no audio.
All right, you're having challenges when it comes to the audio of this program. We'll make sure that the technical team looks at it, and your audio will hopefully be back. Thank you for giving us that update. All right.
I think there's a little glitch here and there.
Yes, absolutely. For all the viewers that are having technical difficulties or having a lack of audio, bear with us. It will be checked upon and your audio will surely return to you. Thank you for continuously being on Daybreak with us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I believe we've come to the end of
I think there's no
segment.
WhatsApp messages.
Yes,
so I think that's the much we can take on this segment.